On 2K Sports, tonight we'll see Toronto as they play against Chicago. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Mr. Incredible, and it's Meyer in at the shooting guard position. And for Toronto, Mason is out there with King. Then it's Sharp. Then there's Royal, and it's Wade in at the point. It's been an exciting season already, Doris, but I think the middle of the year is when you really get an idea of which teams are in it for the long haul. They reveal their true selves.
Right. By the midpoint of the season, the best teams are really starting to take shape. Everyone's much more dialed in. You can tell that winning matters, that the groups are collectively pulling in the same direction. So I agree. By this time of the year, we have a pretty good idea who is going to win and win consistently.
Meyer, he's covered by Royal. Here's Law. Here's Armstrong. No good from outside. And here's Wade. King outside. A three ball. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
King with the steal. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the night here. Chicago with the ball. 6-point game. Here's Law. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. To the wing on the left. Here's Cannon. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's King. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Toronto foul. King. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Wade against Armstrong. And again, Chicago. No good.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Pass to King. Shoots the 3. That shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively. For sure.
Nothing going right on the offensive end. 0 for 4 from the field.
And there it is for him.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Here is Armstrong. 9 points last game. Shot to stop the run. And it's Wade with the rebound.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Pass to King. Launches a 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
got a piece of it. Tries it again. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Down low, Royal. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Chicago making a switch here, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Armstrong against Royal. Pass to Armstrong. Sullivan. Wade is covered. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Personal foul, second
Nice
team.
work to get it inside and draw contact.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Chicago making a switch here. Rogers is checked in. Now here's Wade. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now the pass to Rogers. Passes it to Sparks. Here's Law. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 5 on the clock. King with the block. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
The great ones checked in for Chicago. So at Chicago now, they trail by 18. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. King inside. 13 points in the game.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Rogers. And again, Chicago. No good. Toronto leading by 18. To the right side. Power down with both hands.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And so here is Chicago after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Chicago calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Sullivan, the pass to Sparks. Off on the layup. Toronto, they've gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. And the dunk by Singleton.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Here's the great one. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Law. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And that one drops for him. Kings got 17 now.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Here's Law. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Sinks the triple.
3.
1:44 left to play in the first. King inside. And no good. And it's Chicago the other way.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here is Rogers. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Sullivan. And it's King with the rebound. King's got rebound number 5 here tonight. That's It's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Sullivan from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Toronto leading by 20. Now here's King. Last time out he had 44 points. Comes up short with his 12th attempt. He has made 8 shots. Here's Rogers. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Sullivan.
So it's Toronto now. King inside. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. King's got 21 in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Sullivan, the pass to Sparks. That one's not going to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And so it's Toronto controlling the game and finishing the quarter.
Make some noise for your Toronto Dancers.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Rogers. Great one out there with Armstrong. And it's Meyer in at the 2-guard spot. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Knocked away. Wade outside. Beyond the arc. They shoot again. He takes it up and lays it in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Armstrong passes to Meyer. That misses off the backboard.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Three-pointer, Wade, and the 3-ball is good. Wade's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Armstrong passes to Cannon. Here is Rogers. He has 5. Shoots it. And again, Chicago. No good. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Toronto. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. And doors for teams trying to establish culture and institutional values. What makes that possible? How does that work?
I think that begins from ownership through the front office and then down to the coaching staff and then finally to the players. But Kevin, we know this. It can't be just talk. Show me, don't tell me. You have to be accountable to your teammates and to the organization.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. For Chicago, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And that one falls for Armstrong.
Armstrong. 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Wade against Armstrong. Lets it go from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. 11 points for Wade.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Chicago calls timeout.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Here is Rogers. 5 points in the game. The pass to Meyer. 6 to shoot. Gets a very good look and converts.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Wade. Oh.
The assist.
He's put on a
Sergey
show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Second team foul.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Toronto.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Now, here's Wade. He's got 13. Fires for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Wade's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here is Rogers. Passes it to Meyer. And here's Armstrong. Wade is covering. Here's Rogers. And again, no good by Chicago. Royal the pass to Wade. Fires from deep. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Pass to Rogers. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kicks to Armstrong. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Hendricks. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunity, get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And Toronto making a change here. Singleton's checked in. Buries it from three-point range.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Pass to Sullivan. Here is Mr. Incredible. Now the pass to Meyer. Sullivan. Wade is covering. Mr. Incredible can't get it to go. Toronto, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. The shot's good from Roy.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Passes to Meyer. Here is Mr. Incredible. To end the drought. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
So both teams changing it up here. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And again, Toronto with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Meyer passes to Sparks. Meyer, he's covered by Royal. And it's blocked, and they get it back. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Shot clock at 5. Here's Sullivan. And again, Chicago. No good. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against Denver.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Roy.
2 minutes.
9 points in the game so far. From deep. Mr. Incredible pulls it in. And Chicago shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. And it's King with the rebound.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Here's Royal. They get it back. King, that's good. King's got 23 points.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Pass to Meyer. Here is Mr. Incredible, Lynch defending. Here's Sparks. That one off the back iron and out.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And 1:01 left here in the second. Here's Royal. Tries again. Basket good. 25 points in the game.
Well, just it's easy to say this guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Here's Sullivan. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Royal. Bangs home the trifecta. Royal's got 12 points in the game.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Meyer, he's covered by Royal. Stolen. King outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Toronto enjoying the
63-19.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Well, for Toronto, Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high-level fundamentals, blocking out, maintaining position, and going up strong to the basket. If they board like that in the second half, this league will continue to grow.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up for them. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Make some noise for your Toronto.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. They've got King. He's out there with Lynch. Royal is out there with Mason. And it's Wade in at the one. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Wade against Armstrong. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. He has 5. Toronto shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. King outside from past the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Now the fast break. King with the ball. Shoots from 8. That's tipped. They recover it. They got him on the arm, but it still can.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
For Toronto, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And Chicago shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. To the inside, Law. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Assisted by
Law's got his
Meyer.
second bucket of the night.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Wade feeling it out a bit. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Here's Meyer. No good on the triple. And it's Mason with the ball for Toronto. Wade on the wing. 22 points for him. Kick out to King. The three-pointer, no good.
Not how they hoped to start this half. 1 for 5, brick after brick. Let's start building the building.
Law, the pass to Armstrong. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And there's the pass to Sparks. 4 on the clock. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Rogers checked in for Chicago.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Armstrong passes to Rogers. He dishes it to Armstrong. Passes it to Rogers. Stolen by Wade. Now here's King. Back to Wade. Six on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Jay's checked in for Toronto. Here's Law. Here's the three. And it's Armstrong missing. Rogers against Wade. And there's the try. And Wade slams it in.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Law.
Toronto foul. Klimov. First personal foul. First team foul. Now into the lineup for Chicago. Sullivan.
Here is Rogers. 5 to shoot. To halt the run. Second chance shot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, as soon as you recognize the size mismatch, you have to attack.
Singleton. He's checked in for Toronto. For Chicago, they have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripe tonight. And that one misses. Toronto, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Klimov. Jacks up a 3. Richards, no good. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here's Law inside. Hendricks passes to Law. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Here's Richards. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Toronto.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
Here's Rogers, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Richards. And he gets it to go. Richards got 4 this quarter. And Chicago shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Sullivan, the pass to Rogers. Here's Law for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Sharp's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Down low. And the basket by Singleton. Singleton's got his second bucket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Long. Pass to Rogers. From beyond the arc. And they recover it. Hendricks passes to Rogers. This one for three. He can't get that one to fall.
Now, I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Richards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
This is his
Team
second
foul.
trip to the line in this one. And Toronto making a change here. Royals checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Houses checked in. And it's Oakley in for the great one. And we all know that injuries are a part of the game, Doris, but it seems like for taller players, bigger players, there can be an additional challenge. Why is that?
Well, think about it, Kevin. If you're a 7-footer who maybe goes between 250 and 280
2 minutes
pounds,
remaining in the third.
playing an
2 minutes.
82-game grind with so little time for rest and for healing, the modern game with all the movement that's required, that is particularly challenging for any big man of that size.
Rogers against Royal. There's a minute 40 left in the third quarter. Rogers against Royal with the shot. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Toronto, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third.
Chicago.
For Toronto, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Team foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Lynch, he's checked in for Sharp. Chicago making a switch here. Both shots good from the stripe. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Rogers. To the paint. Here's Sullivan. Here's Oakley. He goes up again. Chalk up 2 there. Oakley's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Here's Royal. 12 points for him. And again, Toronto no up.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Count it.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
To the middle, here's Lynch, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming out. And this will be his second and third shots to the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Kings checked in for Toronto. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Meyer. It's rebounded by Royal. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Here's King. Here's Lynch. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Toronto shooting so far very efficient all around, about 55%. So for Chicago right now, they've got McDaniel. He's out there with Armstrong, and it's Kelly in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
The deep 3 from Green. Rebound by Armstrong.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He feeds it to Kelly. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Bell passes to Richards. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And it's Chicago with the rebound. The Great Ones got rebound number 5 here tonight. Drops in the layup for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And Crane launches it from deep. And it goes out of bounds.
The ball goes
Nice touch by Green. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Chicago also making some changes. House is checked in, and it's Oakley in for Armstrong. Wade brings the double team. Here's Oakley. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Here's King. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Oakley. King with the block. We know the NBA is exploring alternate broadcasts for selected games, allowing users to pick their commentators. Doris, should you and I be nervous?
Kevin, I'm always nervous, and you will always be the A-team. Come on, my man. The fans know they need to listen to Kevin Harlan.
You are, Doris, way too kind. Coming from you, a Hall of Famer, you kidding me? I'll work with you any day, and I'll do the analyst, and you can do the play-by-play. How does that sound?
Kevin, love it.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. With the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Wade left side. Kick out to King. They could use a bucket. And it's good on the way in. King's got 30.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
McDaniel, the pass to Montgomery. The shot missing. And Toronto will come the other way. Here's Wade. And it's Wade slamming it down.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Montgomery, the pass to McDaniel. King with the block. Now here's Wade. Defense right on him. For a while, the East was all LeBron. And the West, Doris, as we know, the West was dominated by Golden State. But now, does the league, do you feel more wide open?
Well, certainly when you look at last season, I thought there were 4 teams in the East that absolutely had a shot to make the finals. Contingent on health. Obviously, Milwaukee, without Chris Middleton, struggled to get over the finish line. In the West, you had 3 teams who I thought legitimately could advance. So certainly the gap between playoff teams feels smaller.
And they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
King, right side. The fadeaway. No good there. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's McDaniel. Makes it off the glass. McDaniel's got his first 2 points.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And the pass to King. Lets it go with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 6 assists now in the game. Montgomery, the pass to Oakley. Here's McDaniel. Passes Passes it to Montgomery. From outside the arc, the rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Wade, right side. Kick out to King. Misses the 3. And Chicago shooting in the fourth quarter not pretty, down around 29%. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Montgomery, he's covered by Royal. Shot clock at 6. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Royal. Isn't it great? The NBA is becoming a global product. More games are scheduled overseas. Doris, any locations you'd like to go to call a game? Maybe you and I could do a game in the Bahamas. How does that sound?
I love it, Kevin. If they're tipping it up, I'd love to be there. And think about it, beyond the travel and the opportunity to see the world, the opportunity to expose new fans to this game that we love so much, certainly not something to take lightly.
Here's King. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. And Chicago shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Toronto.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And Toronto making a change here. Richards is checked in. Green taking his time here from deep three-point range. McLeod passes to Blakeney to the left side wing. Outside, Green, just 5 on the clock. The shot by McLeod, no good.
Foul. McLeod. First personal foul, first team foul. Substitution on the court.
32 seconds left in the game. Pass to King. Here's Royal. Wade outside. The pass to King. They get a hand on it.
Toronto foul. Royal. First personal foul, second team foul.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for Chicago. McDaniel. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. Wade on the wing. Kick out to King. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.